5 ancient moves. Each one reaches a system that ages in silence. You will not feel these systems decline. That is the danger. Your lymph slows, your muscles fall quiet, your vessels stiffen. None of it announces itself, it simply accumulates. The body keeps no alarm for this kind of erosion. But 4 traditions found these systems without a microscope. They had no word for myokine. They had the movements anyway. Vedic seers, Hatha yogis, tantric adepts, the Siddha lineage, and one move almost no one alive still practices. The biology beneath it was confirmed only recently. The roadmap before we begin. Inverted lake, chair of power, horse seal, 7 gates, the bee, 5 moves, 5 systems, one that modern medicine barely names. I did not invent this, I decoded it. Watch closely. Most men will never find what you are about to see. This is not motivation, this is mechanism. The clock is already running. Why does the body age the way it does? Not wear and tear. That is the surface answer. The real story is quieter. The story is signaling. 5 systems slowly lose their voice with age. The lymphatic network has no central pump. It moves only when you move it. Muscle goes quiet. It stops releasing its chemical messengers. Those messengers, the myokines, once spoke directly to your brain. Pelvic circulation slows, and blood pools where it should flow. The nervous system forgets how to stand down, and one signaling molecule, made in your own sinuses, fades. Ancient practitioners could not see any of this. They felt it. They mapped it through the living body. Then they built one movement for each fading signal. Not by accident, by patient, generational observation. PubMed arrived 3,000 years late to the same map. Decline is not loud. It is a slow loss of conversation between systems. Restore the conversation, and the system answers. The 5 ancient moves. Start where the seers started. Viparita Karani, the inverted lake. Vedic India, 3rd century before Christ. Lie back. Send your legs up a wall. Now gravity works for you, not against you. The fluid pooled in your legs begins to drain. Veins and lymph carry it back toward the heart. Remember the rule, the lymphatic system has no pump. Position becomes the pump. Stillness becomes circulation. Heart rate drops. The nervous system tips toward rest. Legs up the wall. 10 quiet minutes. Breathe slow. Your lymphatic system has no pump. You have seen what happens when you wake it. This move is the gravity solution. This is the one I return to first, every time. Now sink into Utkatasana, the chair of power. Its lineage runs back to the Rig Veda. Lower down as if a seat waited behind you. Hold. Let the thighs burn. Do not move. This is isometric load, sustained contraction without motion. Working muscle is not silent muscle. It speaks. It releases myokines, chemical messengers, including one named irisin. These molecules travel from the leg toward the brain. They switch on the machinery that builds new mitochondria. Aging muscle releases less. The hold forces the signal back. The signal is not gone. It is only waiting for load. Hold the seated shape 30 to 60 seconds. Breathe. This is the wall sit you know. Now you know why. The 3rd move hides in plain sight. Ashwini Mudra, the horse seal. 15th century Hatha tradition. A rhythmic squeeze of the pelvic floor once each second. These are the muscles that govern erection and continence. Contract them, and you compress the deep veins of the pelvis. You raise the pressure that keeps blood where it belongs. The evidence sits in pelvic floor rehabilitation, not mysticism. Trained men improved erectile function in controlled trials. Squeeze the floor. 1 second on, 1 second off. This connects to the work many of you came here for. Stop for a moment. You are 3 moves in. Your lymph has moved. Your muscle has spoken. Your floor has fired. The biology has already begun to shift. The 4th move closes the doors. Shanmukhi Mudra, the 7 gates seal. Tantric lineage, 8th century. Fingers gently seal the eyes, ears, nostrils, and mouth. With the senses shut, the breath slows on its own. Slow breath is the lever for the vagus nerve. They called it a gate. The biology calls it parasympathetic. Heart rate variability rises. Cortisol falls. The body stands down. Seal the senses. Breathe slow. Hold 2 to 3 minutes. And now the move almost no one practices. The 5th, Bhramari, the bee. Its hum runs through the Siddha lineage. The yogis called the inner sound the nectar. You make it with a closed mouth and a long exhale, a low hum vibrating behind the bridge of the nose. Here is what those yogis could not have known. That hum does something measurable inside the sinuses. It drives the release of nitric oxide, a signaling gas. Humming raises nasal nitric oxide as much as 15-fold. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels. It widens the channels blood travels. A molecule for circulation, summoned by sound alone. No needle, no supplement. Only a vibration you generate yourself. The ancients heard the bee and called it nectar. The instrument confirms a chemistry they could only feel. Sit with that, a gas your arteries depend on, released by sound. The bee was never decoration. It was instruction. Close the mouth, hum low and long, 5 slow rounds. Why does no one teach this? What 30 days actually changes. What happens when a man past 45 holds all 5? Not in a week. Across 30 consistent days. The legs drain more freely. Venous return improves with elevation. Pooled fluid stops settling in the lower limbs. The chair rebuilds myokine signaling. The muscle-to-brain conversation reopens. Mitochondrial machinery, switched on by contraction, turns over more often. The pelvic floor holds pressure better. Circulation through the region improves. The sealed senses train the vagus toward a calmer baseline. Resting heart rate variability climbs. Stress hormones settle lower. And the hum keeps nitric oxide available. Vessels stay supple. Notice what I am not saying. I am not promising you will feel younger. I am telling you what shifts at the level of signal. The feeling, when it comes, follows the biology, not the other way around. These are not promises, they are processes. Each one has a name, a pathway, a paper behind it. The foundation protocol. The move you practiced first, the inverted lake, has a companion here. A protocol over 400,000 people have already watched. It explains why your lymphatic system has no pump. That video is the foundation. This one is the architecture above it. The research is in the description. Every claim I made tonight points to a paper there. Now hear this clearly. This knowledge was never hidden from you on purpose. It was written in a language no one taught you to read. The seers left the map. The labs drew the legend. You were never meant to stay outside this. You hold both for the first time. This was always yours. You are only now decoding it. Most men will spend today managing their decline, quietly, never once seeing the systems that govern it. You just learn to reach those systems directly. That alone moves you into another category of man. If you want the next layer, the breathing protocol that amplifies every move here, that video waits on the card above. Go when you are ready. The body remembers what the mind decodes.